What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Mike Sports Podcast Show. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm with a, a guest, no stranger to the podcast show. I think the last couple of times that we've had Mike Regenold on, we've blown out the numbers as far as subscribers and viewers. But it's good to have my good friend Mike Regenold here. Good man, good family guy here with us today. How you doing today, Reggie?
I'm well. Good to be here. Always enjoy it. Um, Everything is going as busy as can be expected with 5 kids. So
Yeah,
I'm glad that I get to do this.
yeah,
Very grateful.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, definitely a getaway. Talking about golf in the St. Jude Championship, FedEx St. Jude Classic golf tournament that supports the children at St. Jude and their families. Well-known event in Memphis. We talked about it last year. We talked about our love for golf and just kind of our history working together at SCR and how big the tournament has been for the city of Memphis. And it is here. FedEx St. Jude Classic is here. On a busy weekend, also, it being Elvis week as well. We have a lot of visitors in Memphis, but the marquee event for our topic today is the FedEx St. Jude Classic with a loaded field with a lot of golfers. We got Cameron Young in this field. We got Wyndham Clark in this field, Ricky Fowler, Russell Henley, Roy McIlroy, Keith Fleetwood, Sam Burns, uh, Matt Fitzpatrick, Hideki Matsuyama, and Scotty Scheffler. And if I butcher any of those names, please forgive me. But those are just a few of the names that are in this tournament. It's a loaded field, the top 70 golfers, and trying to achieve it, or at least be in the top 50 in order to go to the BMW Championship. And so the competition is going to be great. Um, and just to for those that are attempting to go out there, the tournament, as far as the ticket policy of, it's great for families. This is one of the positives about the St. Jude Classic. If you buy a ticket, I believe they allow two children free,
Hmm.
and so I believe under 15, yeah,
That's right.
kids 15 and under are free if you buy an adult ticket. So, you're a family. Do you love golf? Want to go out there? It's great. It's a great environment to go in. I strongly advise you take a water bottle, take a couple of water bottles, or
As
just be
many as you can hold.
or just be prepared to spend money on some water, some
Yes.
Gatorade. Definitely not an event I would encourage a lot of drinking alcoholic beverages. Would not encourage that.
Not a good
Although I
mix.
know, although I know there are those that like to partake in those beverages. This is not. This is the time you drink plenty of water and Gatorade, and keep yourself cool.
Yep.
Um, but anyway, this is a loaded tournament. This is an exciting time, a marquee tournament for Memphis. I keep wanting to say the University of Memphis. I think I'm distracted by the U of M shirt you got,
Yeah, I
golf
got
shirt.
my.
I
That's
just
right.
love. I love it. Uh, but yeah, great for the city of Memphis for the exposure in Memphis. Um, I mean, the St. Jude Classic, being at Southwind, is a great golf course. Is a main attraction. It's almost like the Martin Luther King Jr. game for the city of Memphis in basketball world. Having the St. Jude in the city of Memphis is a big deal, and really a great honor and privilege to host this event with so many great golfers. So, with that said, you and I were talking earlier about FedEx St. Jude and what's going on with uh, the news that just dropped about it being in 2028, it dropping the tour dropping. Let me make sure I say this correctly. Still be held in Memphis in 2027, but not be part of the PGA Tour Top Tier Champion Series starting in 2028. Just what was your reaction when you initially heard that, and how do you think that will affect, I guess, the city of Memphis as far as players, maybe players go in competition?
Yeah, it was definitely disappointing to hear the news because that's a tournament I've been going to since I can remember. Like as young as like maybe 5, I was going to it. Like back when it was out of Colonial. Um, so just kind of the prestige that it's losing, being on the lower tier of the tour coming 2028. You're not going to get the big names um, that you see every week on tour, but you're still going to get a lot of really good golfers that are going to possibly be the next big name moving up. I think there's still going to be a lot of support from Memphis around the tournament because it's been a staple here for a long time. I've heard FedEx still wants to continue to support it going forward after 2027 when their contract with the tour is up and expires. So that's encouraging knowing that they're still going to have the support from FedEx because it does so much good for St. Jude and the community
Yeah,
that I would
yeah,
hate to see it just like turn into another really low end bad product because it's too good for the city.
yeah. And I think when we have consistently good tournaments just over the years, that those same golfers will come back to Memphis and compete. And it just gives even more opportunity for others, to come in and get their name etched in stone and become popular, by just playing the tournament, get their name out there. Uh,
Yeah. And it's
we
the
were,
lower tier, the Challenger series, but like, don't get me wrong, these guys are still really, really good. The margin between them and the
yeah,
championship series is so thin. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
probably couldn't, you could change the names, but you couldn't tell the difference in their game.
yeah, yeah,
So some of them are just waiting for that break and they will be the
yeah,
next big thing.
yeah. Absolutely. I think it definitely that would definitely be the case going forward. And it's the one thing I know as the tournament is going to start tomorrow. The pairing McElroy and Scheffler are being paired together. How exciting is that to
I
get
mean,
the
that's gonna be,
initial right off the gate? Right out the gate. We got that pairing together. That's going to be fun and exciting as
yeah,
well.
you better get your spot early if you want to catch that group because
Yeah,
there's going to be a
yeah,
mob around them. 'Cause, I mean,
yeah.
Rory hadn't played here recently because he
Right.
doesn't really like coming here, doesn't like the course, doesn't like the heat. Um, but it's good to see that he's going to be here. Whether he's
Yeah,
in contention or not, we'll see. He might just be mailing it in, but at least he's here and creating buzz, and it is fun to watch him play.
yeah, yep, yep, yep. Because I don't believe he was here last year, and
No,
I mean last year was fun, but this year it just takes it to a whole nother level because the parity is so high. I mean every year, every tournament so far that's been played has been won by a different person, a different guy. We used to run through stretches where Scheffler will be always right there, either one
hmm
two, one two, one two. Either he's winning it or he's the runner up. And this year it's just a golf one elite golfer here. Cameron Young this week. It's Wyndham Clark this week. It's Jackson Covan. I think I hope I'm saying his name right. Covan.
Toivonen.
Yeah, Coivan. Jackson
Yeah,
Coivan. young golfer, 21 years old, straight out, out at Auburn, so there's always, somebody else different. How would you assess the golf season so far?
It's been pretty exciting. Like it's fun seeing all these people win. And the player of the year is like really tight right now. No one has really stood out as the front
Yeah,
runner. I mean, there's
yeah,
five guys that could potentially win it. I really think it's probably two or three, but five that could potentially win it.
hmm,
And these next 3 weeks are going to be huge for that race for player of the year. Like you could see Gotti all of a sudden break out of his slump. If he wins one or two of those, he is getting it. But this is kind of that time of year where there has not been a standout player yet. And if one of those five guys steps up, they're going to win it. So there's a little
yeah,
bit more riding on the line than just the FedEx Cup. They're thinking about that
yeah,
as well.
yeah. You're absolutely right. And I mean, they're all in this field. I mean, Cameron Young, he won the Players Championship. Wyndham Clark, he's won two. Matt Fitzpatrick, he's won three victories this year.
Hmm.
Scotty Scheffler, he's had five runner-ups this year already, and
Yeah.
he could be. I mean, he could be the favorite. This pretty much the favorite in each tournament for the
Yeah.
most part. But you know, like we said before, parity is king, and we've had a different guy, step up and win and play really hard. I really like Hideki Matsuyama's game. He is relentless on the
Yes.
golf course. I mean, he is going for it. He's been really, really good. Um, and I know you like Sam Burns to win. He's been really good in Memphis lately.
Hmm.
In the St. Jude, winning, been really good at St. Jude at Southwind, and so he's playing really well this year also. So who would you say is the favorite to win the St. Jude?
Well, the name I've heard a lot is Colin Morikawa, um,
Hmm.
which he's battled some injuries over the past year or so and had the birth of his son. Um, but he's getting back into form and he's a really good iron player, and that's pretty important around Southwind. He's got to be in contention. Um, I like Sam Burns. I think he's been ready to break out all year. He's had a couple of really good finishes in majors, and he's just really wanting to break out and get some wins. And I think it's going to be sooner rather than later for him. I'm not counting out Scheffler because even though he's had a down year, it's still a very impressive year. Because when they keep talking about him, it's like you're close, but you're not winning. When's the win's going to come? But
Yeah,
he's close every time. It's like he's right there. If he could get some more putts to drop, he's right there. Like every week, even on a down year, he's still up there.
yeah,
Um, I'm not expecting much out of Roy, but I wouldn't be surprised if he came out and played well. But it's wide open. There's so many players that could do it. Fleetwood had a good run last year at this point,
yeah,
so who knows?
yeah. It is absolutely wide open. I mean, so many good golfers here. Um, I'll go ahead and say my pick. I really like Jackson Coivan. I think he has a shot to win this tournament. I thought he looked really good at winning the 3M, and so he's kind of my pick. Between him and Tommy Fleetwood, I would say are two of the guys that I think have a shot at winning this tournament. But it's wide. It truly is wide open for anybody, and it'll be interesting to see. Um, and we talked about Memphis and the fact that things look a little different in 2028. And the thing that I really do appreciate about the golfers they come is that they truly come for the love of the game. And in the NBA, there was a lot of talk about hotels, the hospitality, the safety, having the National Guard here, um, food, and the overall experience, from your perspective, because I know you interact with the golfers a lot when you're down there in South Wind. How do you how do they view Memphis from a hospitality standpoint?
Well, I will say, when you talk to them, you're going to hear two things. It is so hot and the food is so good. It's
Yeah,
the heat and the food is what they always talk about. They love the food. They don't
yeah,
always love the heat, but it's here and it's tournament week, so of course it's going to get even hotter.
yeah,
Just always seems to work that way. But the food is, I mean, like the main draw. They love it. Like that's
yeah,
all. There's so much chatter about the food.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, I don't have the ear of, I just like the view from a distance. But it's always, you don't hear anything from golfers saying, "Oh, I don't like the hotels," or "I don't like," complain about the outside.
Yeah,
It's
I haven't heard
always,
about that.
it's always, it might be a fan, of course, but that's everywhere. That's every sporting event. But um,
I'd say one more
I,
thing.
yeah,
Like the hospitality gets brought up too, just like the way they feel like they've been treated while they're here. It's something that they have enjoyed in the past when I've talked to them. They just like everyone they come across is so nice everywhere they go.
yeah, and that's great. I like the fact that it's not a distraction for them, whereas for some NBA players, it becomes a hot topic, overblown topic. Um, when we talk about hospitality, I mean, we know Memphis can do better. We do need better hotels. We do need better this, better that. But for the most part, everything's related to game, and
Hmm.
I think that's great about the golfers. They compete in this tournament. Speaking of the weather, because we did mention it's hot. I mean, tomorrow it's supposed to be, I believe, 95, 96, and
Hmm.
then it's supposed to be 99 on Friday. Then it's supposed to be in the hundreds Saturday and Sunday.
So, yep. It's
How
just
talk about that as a golfer, please educate us on what it's like in that type of weather. Now, I imagine they're gonna try to play early. Like, of course, the tea time. I believe the earliest tea time is 7 o'clock. But not everybody's gonna have that tea time.
nope, nope. They will
and,
not.
and it's gonna drag, to 3, 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening, depending on uh, what is that like as a golfer, as a caddy. I mean,
Honestly, the caddies have it worse for sure. But they're used to it to a certain point. Like this is kind of excessive, but they're out in 90 degrees all the time. Um, and when it gets hot, you're going to see less guys on the range. They're going to
mm-hmm,
be conserving instead
mm-hmm,
of grinding.
mm-hmm,
They're going to be drinking water nonstop.
mm-hmm,
When they're at the golf course and when they're off the golf course, they're going to continue to
mm-hmm.
drink water. When they're not practicing, they're going to be indoors. It's all about conservation at this point, and they're going to do everything they can just to stay physically in the best shape they can because they're going to be sweating so much. It's just
Yeah,
important to continue to drink water.
yeah,
Because once you stop sweating, it's lights out. You're done.
yeah. Hydration, man. Drink plenty of water. And of course, we talked about the fans. What would you say to the fans from the fans' perspective? Because there's going to be, there's going to be a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And what do you say to them? Hopefully the weather doesn't prevent people from coming out. But what do you suggest to the fans in these type of conditions? Because some people are, will say, you know, probably shouldn't be out there. Don't go, especially if you're older and you have health issues.
Yeah, I would say for those that aren't lucky enough to have like a pavilion they can go in that has air conditioning and free water, Make sure you're hydrated before you get to the course. Bring water with
Yeah,
you. Just don't stop drinking water. Find shade as much as you can. There's places you can go indoors that have air conditioning for the public, and they've got like little games and stuff. And so there are places to get cool, but just make sure you're drinking water. And honestly, don't stop drinking water. Just keep doing it as long as you can afford it. Um, but yeah, this find shade, air conditioning when you can.
I would advise, you know, before you go, or to know before you go. That's what I'd say to the fans. If you're planning to go down there, go to FedExChampionship.com, get a view of the map, check out the links that they have, the hospitality. They have several. It's very informative. Just check out the website, the pavilion. They have the St. Jude Pavilion, and it's the dog leg of the 18th fairway, so it's a good spot to check that out. You also have the Sourage Lounge on the 16th green, and there's several other places. But make sure that you get a map when you get there before you get out there to check that out and stay hydrated as much as you can uh, before you head out there. And hope and pray that nobody does pass out
Yeah.
um, while they're out there. Don't want anyone to get hurt or get dehydrated. But our picks. So you picked Sam Burns. Why
Yes.
you feel strong about Sam Burns winning the tournament?
He's a good driver of the ball and he's a good putter of the ball. If he can keep it in play, he's usually able to get it close enough to where he can make a putt. And he's been trending up. And I just think he's past the point where he should be breaking out, and he knows that, and it's going to happen soon. Um, so I don't know. I just have a good feeling about him this week.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm rooting for Jackson. Yeah, between Jackson and Tommy Fleetwood, I'm kind of both ways. I think both of them are. I think it's a great opportunity for Jackson uh, to win. He's had a great year so far. I like the young guys. I like the young, the first time pros, 21 years old, fresh out the womb, getting into PGA Tour. He's played a lot of golf so far. He's played well, played reasonably
Hmm.
well. A couple of top 20 finishes, and I think
Yeah,
he
he
had
had
like maybe
great U.S.
one top.
Open.
Yeah, yeah. I believe he was what, top four. I think it might
In
have
the
been
U.S.
top
Open, he was
four
top 25. I
or
think it was like T23,
top.
something like that.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. But yeah, he's been playing good. I think he has an early start time. I don't know if there's any strategy um, with the heat the being the way it is. I guess if you start at 7 and you typically end at say 11, 10:30 or whatever, that you would shoot a comfortable, I guess a good score. I don't know, or the heat wouldn't be as bad if you started later. You know, probably it's still warm, but
Yeah, most guys like to tee off early.
yeah,
One, because of the heat, and two, the course is in better shape because you haven't had
yeah,
150, or in this case, 70 players play in
yeah,
front of you.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so they overall, most golfers like to start early, just for those two reasons.
yeah. When was the last time you played Southwind? Notice
Goodness.
any changes?
Oh, I actually played it almost 2 years ago. But I
Okay,
did caddy in the pro am last year for
yeah,
the St.
last
Jude,
year.
and I may have never seen fairways that good in my life because it was
Mm-hmm.
after they revamped it, and no one
Mm-hmm.
had been playing on it until that week, and they
Mm-hmm.
were just perfect. Um, but like they did a great job with it. I thought like all the updates were good. Fairways were perfect. The rough was insane. You could
Ooh.
you could roll a ball from 15 yards away, it would go to the rough and just sink to the bottom. So
Oh
Bermuda
wow.
rough, that doesn't always happen. So
Yeah.
it made it extremely tough for those guys hitting it in the rough because it was hard to find a ball from 15 yards away when you knew where it went in. So that was brutal. But the course was in great shape.
Yeah. And 18th green, 18th hole is still the tough hole. That water sitting on the
Water
left.
left.
Yeah,
Hmm.
sitting on the left is still a tough hole to play. And so it's going to be a challenge for all these guys to pretty much make the fairway each time.
Hmm.
Because if they end up in the rough, like you said, it's going to be tough. And then,
Yeah.
of course, golf, you're never on a flat surface, and so
Mm-mm.
you have to hit the ball a certain way. The commercial that says these guys are good, these guys are good.
It's so good.
Reggie, you're good. I mean, I've said this several times. If I had 10% of your golf game, I'd be happy. But yeah, this it's going to be fun this week, everybody. And as we wrap this up, just want everyone to stay safe. That's the big thing. Stay hydrated. Get in a cool spot. Enjoy yourself. Take your family out there. Don't let the heat discourage you from getting out there and having a good time, but just be smart about it. Any final words or thoughts, Reggie? Going in
Just,
this
I
tournament?
want to echo that and just say, like, get out to the tournament if you can. If you have kids, take your kids, drink tons of water, um, make memories, have fun, enjoy it. It's a
Absolutely,
great event, and we're lucky to have it.
absolutely, absolutely. Certainly a privilege for the city of Memphis and great exposure for the city of Memphis to have this tournament. And I'm glad we have it here in Memphis, and we're able to spotlight and talk about it here on the podcast. Thank you, Reggie, for joining me. And to those that are listening, make sure that you subscribe, press like, interact, leave a comment with us. Um, I enjoy any interaction that you provide to us. Mike and I, we do this for fun. We just love talking sports, love talking about golf and our experience about golf. I can tell you one thing about Reggie. Watching Reggie and working with Reggie really increased my desire and my love for golf. Uh, not being from Memphis and then moving here, so I appreciate you, Reggie, for what you do. Um, not only for me, but for the game itself. You just don't realize how important you are to the game and your example, whether it's a SCR, whether it's caddying, wherever you go. You are definitely a good example for those that are young, that are trying to learn the game, and for the fans as well. So I
Well,
appreciate you.
thank you. I appreciate you too. You're a good guy, and I love doing this with you.
All right, all right. All right, well, that'll do it, everybody. Next podcast that I'll probably be speaking on will be fantasy football. Uh, Hopefully, we can get Justin to make some sort of announcement on what he's going to do with our fantasy football and our fantasy football league. Uh, I'm gonna try to do just one this year and not do three or four. But the next thing next time you see me, guys, on the podcast will be I'll probably be talking about fantasy football and playing that. But again, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.